As part of our GraphicsFlow update that gives you the ability to add your own custom color palettes, we've also added visibility for colors that are in use in the stock designs, as well as customized designs you save in My Art or customized designs that you add to art approvals. I'm in my account settings right now, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that I've set up a custom color palette. I've called this palette Standard Colors. A typical use case for this would be matching colors to the common screen printing inks or thread colors you're using, or if you have specific colors that you're using for digital printing, you could add those colors in here. It's quite easy to add colors. I can just go over here and edit the color palette. I can add a color, put in a name. I can copy and paste in either hex values or RGB values. And in the case of this palette, I've added the corresponding Pantone number to the color name. I set up this palette to match common school colors. So once I have my color palette set up, I can utilize these colors within my designs that I'm editing in the stock art customizer. So let's go and edit a design real quick. I'm going to go over here to Design Ideas. I'm going to select this Honolulu design. And the first thing I'm going to do is hit Customize and update the copy. So I'm going to change Hawaii to Mexico, Honolulu to Cancun, and then I'm going to update this for Spring Break 2025. Now you'll notice as I hover my mouse over these colors, we're going to see the hex values and the RGB values for the colors that were already in the design. These colors are going to update dynamically as I edit the colors in the design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first select this color right here. I'm not going to use the system color palette. I'm going to go to the custom color palette that I set up, and I'm going to convert this over to this marble and teal. I'm going to click Apply. I'm going to go over and grab this teal color right here, and I'm going to switch this over to a purple. Click on Apply, and then I'm going to go over here to this light yellow, and I'm going to convert this over to an orange. Click on Apply. You'll notice as I go over here and hover my mouse, you'll now see the updated color name, orange 158 in this case, the corresponding hex values, as well as the RGB values, and you'll notice the colors are displayed for each color. So once I get the graphics set up, I'm going to save that design. So I'm going to go over here and click on Save. Just going to go ahead and save this into My Art. I'll just rename it Spring Break 2025, and I'll click on Save Design. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to an art approval. So I'm going to click on Add to Art Approval, and I'm going to create a new art approval, and we'll call this Spring Break Concepts. And then I'm going to click on Create and Add Files. You'll notice a link over here, and I'll click on View Art Approval. And when I click on View Details, you'll notice that the colors that are in use in the design are displayed. So we have the Pantone numbers right here, as well as the color name and the corresponding hex and RGB values. And this is very useful when you're doing art approvals and you have to hit a very specific color. Maybe a corporation uses a specific Pantone color and you want to match that color precisely. So when somebody signs off, they're signing off on the accurate colors that are going to be used in the final production. Now, if you need to update the design and you go back and upload a new version of it, those colors are going to change as well. So let's say they didn't like that orange and you need to use a different orange. You resave the file, add it to the art approval, delete this particular instance of the design, and now you have updated colors. And of course, the customer can always go in here and comment, and then when they're ready to approve, they would just click on Approve. They'd click through your disclaimer and click on Approve Art, and then you'll be notified, they'll be notified, and you have an approved art approval. Now, the last thing I want to show you is if I go back over to My Art, where I save that design, and I'll scroll down and I'll click on that design. You'll notice in the saved designs, the colors in use are also displayed in here. So it's a very easy way to keep track of your colors, to make sure you have color integrity across all of your designs. And it's especially useful when you're doing art approvals and you have to precisely match colors. If you have any more questions, please reach out to the GraphicsFlow Success Team.